Nearly two-thirds of Europe is suffering drought conditions, the worst dry spell in 500 years, and scientists say the global warming has played a large part in this crisis. Several of the continent's waterways, both large and small, from the Loire to the Rhine, have been severely damaged by the heat wave, having a wide-ranging impact on Europe's food supply, trade, water access, energy systems, and environment. Along the Danube River, which slithers some 1,800 miles from the Black Forest in Germany to the Black Sea in Romania, scores of towns such as the small Romanian port of Zimnicea on the Bulgarian border depend on the waterway for their livelihood. Nevertheless, the once mighty channel has been drained by the terrible drought and historic high temperatures. With the flow at less than half of its usual summer volume, dozens of cargo barges lie motionless in Zimnicea's harbour, waiting for a turn to use the only channel deep enough for passage. The grain transports emanating from Ukraine have also been forced to shed cargo weight in order to pass through the river, whenever they can pass at all. Along the Rhine, barges that carry coal, oil, and commodities that supply millions of people are waylaid. Water levels in Italy's Po were so low by July that the government of northern Italy proclaimed a state of emergency, leading to the abandonment of enormous fields of crops. The warm waters of the Rhone and Garonne in France can no longer be used to cool the nuclear power station systems, forcing several of them to shut down. Even worse, hundreds of the major rivers' tributaries are in far worse shape. The drought is having a significant negative impact on trade. Each EU resident uses Europe's waterways to convey nearly 1 ton of freight annually, and these waterways generate over $80 billion in economic activity only from transportation. The Rhine is currently so malnourished that enormous sandbars breach its middle, making fully loaded barges unable to deliver goods to the industrial centers of Germany's Ruhr Valley. However, according to scientists, the destruction of the river's economic value is merely a portion of the issue. The warmer temperatures also encourage algae blooms, which can be harmful to the river systems. This has already happened in several German rivers, including the Moselle as well as the Oder, where in mid-August more than 100 metric tons of dead fish washed up on the shores.